everyone, Nicole Steckline here, agronomist for DeKalb and Asgrow in Northeast Iowa. We are having an unprecedented February, and I'm catching spring fever, as I'm sure many of you are, and it's really getting me thinking about planting season. So I thought that it would be a good time to talk to you all about seed treatments and other seed applied solutions that are offered through Monsanto BioAg. I just want to say that personally, I think that it's absolutely amazing that we can put in the ground 34, 35, 36,000 seeds per acre and expect 95% of those plants to come up within 24 to 48 hours of each other. That's incredible, especially when you consider the amount of fungal pathogens, early season insects, and the environmental conditions that have to be overcome. Now, these last two springs, I've spent a lot of time out in corn and soybean fields trying to determine reasons for stand loss. And I think that my main takeaway point, especially this last spring, was that how greatly we are underestimating our stand loss or vigor loss due to early season insects and diseases, and how important that makes seed treatment and seed applied solutions for the protection of our seed investment, because it's one of the very first things that we can do right or wrong as far as putting seed in the ground and getting cash out of our crop. So for corn and soybeans, the treatment structure is the same. It goes basic, standard, and elite. So on the corn side, basic seed treatment will get you a fungicide and an insecticide, and that fungicide is going to give you protection against the Fusarium, Rhizoctonia, Epithium, and then the insecticide is there to help you ward off insects such as white grubs, seed corn maggots, and wireworms. Now, when we move up to the standard, which, as the name would imply, comes standard on our seed corn hybrids, we are adding in Votivo for the control of corn nematodes. Moving up to the elite, which I think becomes more important if your earlier planted hybrids, as well as if you're going into no-till conditions or high residue conditions, where you're just more prone to having seedling diseases, and in your high residue situations where you're going to see more of those wireworms and white grubs. So the elite package is giving you enhanced disease control. So this is giving us more and longer control for Fusarium, Rhizoctonia, and the pathogen that causes anthracnose. Also available this year, very excited about this product. It's B300, and it is coming standard on our new 2017 hybrid releases. So before we talk about the product, I want to talk about phosphorus for a little bit. So phosphorus and zinc together are probably the two most important nutrients when you consider early season growth and stand establishment. The problem with phosphorus is that it is not very mobile in the soil, and in cool, wet soils, it's not very available. It's stuck very closely to the soil because those microbes in the soil, they haven't had time to build up their populations and start releasing some of this phosphorus from the soil. And a lot of times, that's why we will see those purple plants. It's not because your soils are phosphorus deficient. It's just that the plant is phosphorus deficient because it is not available enough. The plant is growing slowly, and that phosphorus just isn't available. So this B300 product, it's a microbial product, and what it does is it allows the microbes and the phosphorus that's directly around the soil to become available. So as opposed to doing something like putting starter on to supplement the phosphorus needs of this young plant, we are also drawing from the phosphorus that is in our soil. We're just making it more available with the B300. Now, on the soybean side, the structure is the same, basic, standard, and elite. The basic Acceleron seed treatment on the soybeans is going to be a fungicide only, so that's going to give you protection on the Fusarium, Rhizoctonia, Pythium, and early season Phytophthora. Moving up to the standard, you'll get that same protection, as well as an insecticide for treatment on bean leaf beetles and early season aphids. When you move up to the elite, you are getting a wider spectrum of insects controlled, as well as the addition of Votivo for control on those soybean cyst nematodes. And then there's also a opportunity to add something called B200, which is the same concept as B300, the Monsanto BioAg biological seed treatment for soybeans. Another product by Monsanto BioAg that I'm really excited about is the Quick Roots. So that is another biological product that works in much the same way as the B200, B300 products. They are different microbes, and what they do is that they're going to help the corn or soybean plant exploit more soil volume. So if you think about a root, and then it has root hairs on it, which the root hairs are what is primarily responsible for moisture and nutrient uptake, but they can only contact so much soil. And as we talked about before, phosphorus is not very mobile. So by putting this Quick Roots on, we essentially increase the capacity of the roots. We're actually more or less adding more roots to it, as those fungal partners to the roots get together with the plant roots and then branch out into the rest of the soil, and they're able to draw more phosphorus, nitrogen, and potassium into the plant. So that's a quick rundown of seed treatments and some of the biological products that are available from Monsanto BioAg. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, contact your seed dealer, your DSM, or get a hold of me. Otherwise, have a great February. Thanks.